Welcome to Camp Washington, the home edition. I'm Michael Brown, and this is Basketball Skills. Quick introduction about me. I'm a graduating senior at Shelton High School. I've been coming to camp for the last 6 years, and I really enjoyed its friendly environment, and of course Ben's food. And basketball has been one of my favorite sports throughout my life. I played it all throughout my childhood and growing up in rec leagues or with friends, and I thought I'd share it with you all. So without further ado, the first skill we're going to discuss with basketball is dribbling. So dribbling is when you see the people on TV bouncing the ball and moving around the court. So what this does is it allows your team to set up a good offense and it allows you to score. So you really want to be a good, effective dribbler if you're playing competitively or if you're trying to one-up your friends. So dribbling consists of a nice wide stance, about shoulders width apart, a little bit bent in the knees, like your nice low defensiveness, and you're dribbling about hips height or about halfway up your body, nice and controlled. And you want to be staying straight ahead, because if you're looking out at the ball, I can't see anything. So you want to be nice and controlled with how you're moving. So I'm looking at you, and I can dribble the ball. Now, if I went and looked down at the ball, I can't see you, and if I were playing in a game, I wouldn't be able to see what's happening around me, where my teammates are, where my opponents are, and what's going to happen. So it's very key to always keep your head up and be looking around and be very aware of the court. It's called situational awareness in a way. So, and you don't want, there's more than just dribbling the ball up and down. You know, there's all types of crazy stuff that I'm sure you can see if you YouTube some crazy dribbles. But the point of the dribble is to allow yourself to set up an offense while allowing the opponents to not be able to get the ball away from you or steal the ball. So that's why you want to be nice and low and able to move within a moment's notice. You don't want to be out of control of the ball. So like if I'm out here, it's hard for me to move the ball without my opponent taking it away and then being able to score. So control is key, is I guess what I'm trying to get at. So what you're going to do is you're going to find a space, take your ball or your basketball, and you're just going to get a nice rhythm going. You can kind of shuffle around like I'm doing, just move, be busybody. But I want y'all to have a nice controlled dribble for about, maybe 30 seconds or a minute. Find that good pace, that good quality rhythm within your body. So take a minute. I've been showing you a good demo. If you need to rewind, that's perfectly fine. Re-listen to what I've said and how to dribble. So yeah. Great. Y'all were doing amazing. So we're going to step it up a notch now. So now, instead of just dribbling with one hand, you're going to dribble with both. So this takes a bit more skill. You're using both your dominant and your non-dominant hand, so it's going to be a little bit difficult at first. So what you're going to do, start with the ball in your dominant hand, have that nice wide lower stance, the nice aggressive offensive position that I talked about before. You're going to start dribbling with your dominant hand. And then have your non-dominant hand ready, and you're going to cross over. So you're going to bounce diagonally. So your hand is angled towards your other side of your body. So for me, because I'm a righty, my right hand is going to be angled towards my left hand. So we're going to go like this, and that's how it's done. Now, obviously, one dribble ain't going to do anything. So you want to have a nice, consistent back and forth. So how do you do that? Well, you always want to have control of your body and know where you are on the court. So you don't want to be consistently looking down to make sure you're dribbling okay. So in order to do that and maintain control, control, what you're going to do is nice and wide again, dribble, dribble, and kind of almost like cup the ball, but not really, because you don't want to get caught with carrying. So it's going to come into your hand, and you see how my hand is like that? So it's going to hit the ball like this, and it's going to push it back towards my other hand. So just kind of push the ball between your hands while bouncing it. Just like this. So, again, you want a nice controlled rhythm. You want to be in control of your body and be able to see what's happening around you. You don't want to be looking down at the ball, because instead of being able to score, your opponent will take the ball from you, basically steal it, and they might have a chance to score. So again, nice and wide, controlled, eyes up, and just cross between your hands. Nice and easy. Great. I see that all of you are doing great. So I have a challenge for you campers. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the cross hand dribble, as I like to call it, for 2 minutes straight. Now, you don't have to stay in the same place. You can move around, whether you're in your driveway like I am, or in a park, or even in your yard. And you're going to try to do that for 2 minutes straight without losing control. Ready, set, go. So while you're doing this, maybe have a family member or a friend time you and see how far you can get yourself to go. If 2 minutes is too short, push yourself. See if you can do it for 4 or 5 minutes. If 2 minutes is too long, that's perfectly okay. See if you can try doing it for 30 seconds or maybe a minute at first, and then build yourself up. The key to any improvement in any sport is consistently practicing. So you always want to be working on your skills, because that's how they're going to get better. So yeah, just keep working at it. We're about halfway to the 2 minute mark right now. Just nice and controlled, good rhythm. Ball about halfway up your body when it comes up from a bounce. Have your eyes not looking at the ball, but looking out towards the court or wherever you're at. Maybe have a good conversation with a friend while you're doing this, while you're challenging them or something. Enjoy the nice weather. Right now there's a little bit of a breeze and it's a little humid, so it feels pretty good for me. You got about another 30 seconds left. Almost there. You're doing amazing. See, I almost lost control right there. The key to not losing control is having that solid rhythm, that controlled motion, the controlled cupping of both your hands, a nice steady push with both your arms to your other hand, and just getting in a rhythm that's going to build muscle memory. Great. The 2 minute challenge is up. I think you all did amazing. You guys are really impressing me. So next, we're going to discuss probably the best part of basketball in my opinion, shooting the ball. In order to shoot the ball properly and be in control and have consistent shots be put in, you want to have good form, just like any sport. So what good form for basketball looks like is your non-dominant hand on the side of the ball, your dominant hand about on top of the ball. If I'm looking at the net, which is right in front of me currently, bit of a staggered stance, my dominant foot leading a little bit over my non-dominant, about shoulders width apart. I'm going to take the ball with that hand position, bending the knees, just like this, not too far. Instead of being like in a squat, you want to be just nice and low, but aggressive, that same defensive stance. What you're going to do is you're going to have the ball like this. So both arms bent almost to 90 degrees, and the ball just about over your head. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the ball with your dominant hand, and you're going to push through. Your non-dominant hand in this case is called kind of your guider. It's going to guide the ball to keeping straight with where your dominant hand's pushing it. So what that's going to look like is this. So I'm in a nice wide semi-staggered stance. Ball's in my hands. My non-dominant, or my left hand in this case, is on the side of the ball. It's going to guide where my dominant hand, my right hand, is going to push the ball. I'm going to bend at the knees a little bit. Ball's up over my head. I'm going to push through with my dominant hand and finish with a nice flick. So without the ball, it's going to look like this. And you want to have that nice flick in the wrist. You know, that's where that phrase comes from. So, go to your local park or your own driveway, or be with some friends. Get a group of your friends together. Start shooting around at the basketball net with that nice controlled, good form that I just showed you. So just like this. Great. I can see y'all are hitting 3-pointers already. Perfect. So the next thing I'm going to tell y'all about is a little game called Horse. Now what Horse is, it's a game that you can challenge yourself or other people against. And the point of it is to see who can make the most baskets out of a set pattern in the shortest amount of time, or the least amount of tries. So why it's called Horse is it's actually technically H-O-R-S-E, but people call it Horse. So because horse is a 5-letter word, each letter represents a different position on the court. So you are shooting from a total of 5 different positions. And typically what they'll be is around the foul line. So H would typically be nice and low, right next to the basket, like this. O would be a little bit further back, about almost to where the free throw line would be, but on one side of it. R would be at the free throw line, or at a place directly in front of the basketball net. S would be at a place directly across from where O was, on the other side of the free throw line, but about the same length back. And then E would be at the opposite side of where H was, where you started, close to the net and on the side. So in the nutshell, that's what the game called Horse is about. So another game related to basketball is called Knockout. So what Knockout is, it's a competition between at least 3 people where you try to outshoot the other people, in layman's terms. So what you'll need is at least 2 balls and at least 3 people, family members, friends, neighbors, even your dog maybe, I don't know. And what you're going to do is you're going to start at the free throw line or at another designated spot, and you're going to try to shoot the basketball at the net and make a shot before the person behind you in the line does. So you're going to stand at that designated spot, typically it's the free throw line, and you're going to shoot the ball and try to make it in before the person behind you takes their shot. So if you miss your first shot, don't worry. You can rebound your ball and quickly try to get other shots in. And the point of the game is to make your shot in before the person behind you makes their shot in. Otherwise, you're knocked out or eliminated. So my personal preference, I like knockout the best. It's quick, it's fun. I enjoy its competitive nature. I think y'all will enjoy it as well. Grab some family members, friends, like I said, even your dog, and have some fun, take some shots, play some basketball. So that's a wrap for basketball skills for Camp Washington, the home edition. I really enjoyed playing with y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed learning about basketball and playing with friends, family members, even against yourself. Hope you all had a fun time watching this video, and take care.